Right, folks, in this world that we're living in at the moment where we can't go out or whatever, we were going to go to the pub, but we didn't fancy it in the end, did we, June? No. No, you didn't fancy it in the end, did you, June? No. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to record a few videos this afternoon because we're watching Shakespeare and Hathaway and all that kind of thing. What's his name? Mark what? Big fat bloke. Early Doors, and he's been in other stuff. Land Girls, you're in that. Anyway, quite like that, but I'm just taking a break. Just taking a break from it. So what I'm going to do, folks, I'm going to do you some Chinese salt and chili pepper seasoning chips, right? June found this in Home Bargains. There it is. You've seen it already on the thumbnail. For the visually impaired, Steve and Sue, I've bought you some of this. It's in the van, right? I'll be dropping it off when we go around and see ya. Getting some quite good responses, Sue and Steve, from the announcement of a podcast. So hopefully I'll be round Steve's this week and we'll record some stuff for a podcast. And that hopefully it'll all go very well, but the signs are from you good public out there that it's what the public want. Right, shut up waffling about my podcast, our podcast, mine and Steve's podcast. It's, how do you say this, June? June, how do you say this? Kellar, Chinese salt and chili pepper seasoning. How do you say that? The thing at the beginning. Kerala. And it's from Home Bargains. It costs around £1.19. And we've had this a couple of times, haven't we?
In what way?
On chips.
We've had it loads of times on chips. It lasts for ages, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, it does do because we've got 4 tubs of it. Yeah. I'm not panic buying or bulk buying. I just love the damn stuff. And it is ingredients: salt 33%, sugar, flavouring enhancer, glutamate, garlic, 5% chili, fennel, ginger, and all that kind of stuff. And it's just bloody brilliant. And we go on holiday Alton Broad, and there's a Chinese there, and they do salt and chili chips to die for. And absolutely brilliant. So what we do, we found, we used to make our own, but now we've found this. It's a piece of piss. Piece of piss, folks. It's easy. So, get your frozen chips, put them in a bowl. For the visually impaired, I've got a silver bowl and I've got a few chips in the bottom, right? Frozen chips, absolutely brilliant. They'll do the job. They'll do the job. Or, I do a potato wedge. And that's quite good, isn't it, June?
It is, yeah, very nice.
So, just a sprinkle of the olive oil. You can use any kind of oil. Well, preferably not engine oil. So, give them a bit of a mix, like that. I should have got my wooden spoon, but this will do, folks. And then you get your seasoning. It's quite easy. It's got one of those where you can open it with a spoon, or you can open it with a shake side. Just sprinkle a bit in, right? As much as you like. Oh, well, perhaps not as much as you like. If you do the whole tub, it won't be that good. So, give it a bit of a mix up, sprinkle a little bit more on, give it a mix up. And there you have it. Can you see that, folks? For the visually impaired, it is basically covered the whole of the chip. Now, what I have done, I have bought a silicone baking tray that you lie in the top. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do, folks, I'm going to show you another little trick. June's taught me so many tricks since we've been together. It is untrue, isn't it, June?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, she says. What you do, get your baking paper, give it a good scrunch. And you put it on your tray. And it's not folding up at the side. If you've got a fan oven, it blows it around, it's all over the place. Just scrunch it up, put it in the thing. Right, then what you do is, you put your chips in. Give them a shake, flatten them out. Right? Voila. I'll do it to the side, it's not good. And then you've got your chips, right, folks? Right, you bang them in the oven. Bang them in the oven for however long it says on the cooking thing. Right, you put them in the oven and you wait, say that's 15 minutes. But after 15 minutes, this is the important part. You remove said chips out of the oven. You then get spring onions that I have finely chopped up. And then you also slice up a pepper into big chunks, which you will chuck into the thing. And that will be done in around 15 minutes. I think I'll pause it. I'll have to edit this bit, won't I? You can't wait for 15 minutes. Fucking hell, you'll all be fed up. Yeah, quick message to Chris the Butcher. That pasta or whatever he says, can't do it, mate. Can't find no fucking pasta anywhere. It's absolutely unbelievable. There's no pasta in the shops. Even if you can find pasta and you have a shit afterwards, you can't wipe your arse afterwards because there's no bloody toilet roll. We're all going fucking mad. So, Chris the Butcher, when we do get some pasta, I will do that. But until then, you're on hold, mate. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this now, and then what I'll do is I'll chuck that in. What I will do, though, is I won't show you chucking that in. I'll chuck it in, mix it all up. See, what you do is you get that, you get your chips, put your chips back in here, into the bowl, chuck that in, and then put it all back in, give it a good mix, and chuck it back in. Because you don't want me to see it. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how good my editing is. Laters. Right, folks, back with the second part of my Chinese salt and chili pepper seasoning chips. I'm going to get the chips out the oven. Now, as you can see, how do they look to you, folks? Do they look pretty good? Right. Oh, fuck, I've got no to put them. All right, I'll just chuck them in. So, like I said, chuck the chips in. Put these over there. Fucking tripped up. Put that over there for a minute. Right, I think I might have done, as June normally says, I might have done too many thingies. So I'll just chuck a few of those in. Chuck a few of these in. Right, so then you just give them a bit of a... Ow, chips are hot. I'll chuck a few more in, fuck it. Chuck all the peppers in. Yeah, give them a bit of a mix up. Bring back the tray. So, give them a bit of a coating. Now, just a touch more oil, because what has happened is the veg hasn't got any oil on it. So you give it another mix. You can use any kind of peppers, any colour, and you can also use onion, any kind of onion. Yeah. What? Shall we chuck it? No, because there's already chilli in the thing, isn't there? I would have thought. Oh, personally, June would put some chilies in. So what I'm going to do, folks, we'll do this. Lazy bastard chili. Just a bit of a spoon. Just give it that little bit more on the table. Give it a bit of a mix up, folks. There you go, just mixing it all up. And then you sprinkle it back on the tray. Now, I'll let you into a bit of a secret here, folks. I gave some of these to Chap, mate, and Doody Rhino. And Doody says, shit on. So, spread them all out on the tray. I would have used a green pepper, but Ginger's ate it. The thing we like it, she'll eat weird stuff. Just like eats it like an apple. Something like that. What's that? So, they're the chips back on the tray. I'm going to bang them in for another 10 minutes or so. Keep your eye on them so they don't burn. And see you in a bit. Right, folks, back with the third part of the Chinese salt and chili pepper chips. They're done. Just a thing, Mark Benton, Shakespeare and Hathaway. Right, get the chips, folks. Oh, God. Nick Nack, no. Look at them booties. Can't argue with that, can you? For the visually impaired, I'm actually holding the chips up to the camera, obviously, so there's no point in doing this review. You then pick the chips up off the paper and you tip them in to the bowl. Your plate, your cooking frying pan thing, baking tray, put that in the bin. That is all nice and clean, but still hot, so don't touch it. It's a job for your grown-ups. June's the grown-up in this family, aren't you, June? She is. And there you have it. Salt and chili chips. Home bargain style. Right, let's get a fork. Now what you do, folks, is you can do whatever you like with the chips. Just moving the camera down so people can see them. I have got this here. It's Crucial's garlic and herb. We love this, don't we, June? We did a video once where we follow True Dainty. Don't you mind me, Junie, baby? What's her name? Dainty Diaries. And she has garlic and chili chips, don't she? And we made garlic and chili chips with this. And
garlic
cheesy chili chips. And this is the absolute dog's bollocks. Put a bit of this in. What do you reckon, June?
Beautiful.
And just put the camera back up on my face. I didn't think you were hungry, June.
I'm not, but
this is how good these are. The chili, salt and chili seasoning is absolutely to die for. Well, you ain't gonna die for a bloody 275 grams of bloody chili, salt, pepper thing.
But that's very authentic to the Chinese ones, isn't it? Because we've tried to do it before.
Yeah.
And it's not the same. Close, but not the same. But that is really good.
Just chucking the little bits of onion in and the pepper in. Red pepper, green pepper, yellow pepper, any kind of pepper that you like.
Do you know what? I'm with Chris the Butcher on the green peppers. I'm not a fan of green peppers.
No, I know. Yeah, Chris is right. Green peppers are a bit...
They're not as sweet, are
No, it's like they're probably... Well, how does a pepper, right?
What do you mean? Straight out in the sun.
Yeah, what's... Hold on, no, I'm going to make myself sound like a twat here. Are peppers different shades of ripeness, or do you actually grow different?
Maybe, because sometimes you get the green ones, don't you? You can see that they're actually turning red or yellow. So perhaps the green ones are just the young ones.
Yeah.
I don't know, or whether it's a different variety. I'm not sure. But anyway, I prefer the red and the green.
Yeah.
The red
and the yellow. Yeah. Enjoy yourself, lover. This is how good these are, folks. Get yourself down home bargains. Don't panic buy. Just buy one or two. Yeah. There's no need to go and buy 48 of them. I've got 3 in there because I bought one and I thought I'd use one, so I bought another one.
Well, what happens is when you go shopping, you don't check to see what
No, I don't check to see what we've got. I'm completely useless.
I even did your list the other day and you still left it behind.
I know. I left the list in the van. I think June's orgasmed over me chips. That's alright, because I've orgasmed over her.
Oh.
Ooh, don't want to hear it. But don't overcook these. Only put these peppers and the onions in for 10 minutes at the most, because what happens is they just don't taste right.
Well,
And
they burn, don't
yeah, they burn and they go bitter. These are absolutely tremendous. So if you are ever get yourselves in Home Bargains, they might actually sell it on eBay or something.
I bet you get them on Amazon, won't you?
Yeah. It is brilliant.
Good steady bit though, because there is a lot of salt there.
Yeah, there is a lot of salt. It's not a...
Not the healthiest thing.
But that is the equivalent of salt and chili chips from a Chinese. They are absolutely brilliant. Steve, I'll bring yours over on the week in the middle week. Go on, folks. So, if you've ever had this, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's absolutely brilliant. If you've never had it, just go get yourself a tub. Do what I've done with the frozen chips and a bit of oil, mix it all up. To be fair, you don't need to put the spring onion or the onion or peppers in it. You can have it just as it is. But they just make it more authentic. All right, folks, laters.